welcome back to another live session. Feels like the lighting is a little weird, so we will try and figure that out. All right, okay, that's the best we can do today. Welcome back to another live session. It is again one of those topics that it's one of those topics that I talk too much about in person, so I thought I should definitely bring this up. Today's topic is the art of failure. I wanted to talk about how people fear failing. People, I hope you know that you did not grow up with these skills, whatever skills you have right now, whatever things that you know, you did not grow up with this. You were not this person when you were born. You did not know how to walk or talk or do anything basically. You just were this one kiddo that was clueless in this world, and you just learned all of this with time, right? Oh, I'm getting hearts, but I'm not able to see who's sending me hearts, so I'm just gonna say thank you. All right. So the art of failure, I wanted to talk about this because I think there is so much fear that is put into us, especially when we were younger, that we should not fail. We should be those kids who has 99 percentage in college or school, or like 100% is the only way to live your life. There is no other way. It's like nothing else matters. Your whole life is, what did you fail at recently? All right, I am going to put a question as well for people to answer. Okay, I've never done this on my lives before, so I have also put a question. I don't know how that will help us, but let's see. Okay, today's topic is something that is very close to my heart, right? So I always talk about how badly I failed at so many things in my life. There is so much that has happened in my life where I have failed terribly. I felt very bad for myself. I have failed. I have cried. I have laughed. I have like hurt myself, but that is what helps you grow, है ना? If you don't fail at things, how will you grow? Like imagine if you took up a job and it is perfect and everything just works out for you. I hope it does, but there is a certain challenge, there is a certain fun that comes along with failures, right? I've asked you guys a question: what did you fail at recently? And I would love to know what you guys are doing, which is like this challenge to you, where you are able to learn something new, you are able to grow about something. So I want to talk about how important failure is in every adult's life. I always think that failing at something means that you're working about something. I think I heard that from a friend of mine who is actually like a stage performer. He told me that if a joke doesn't land, that means you are constantly working. If your set is always great, that means you have a perfect set, and that's all it is. And when your joke doesn't land, when you fail at something, that means you are constantly working on yourself, constantly improving, constantly becoming better at where you started. And we start at a certain point, and it's like a journey that you have to take as a human being. It's a journey that you have to live your life in a certain way. And I always hope and dream that everybody gets this opportunity to fail multiple times. I think I have failed as given that I'm somebody who talks a lot. Can you believe I have failed at being like this Miss Commerce and Miss XYZ college or something? I failed that, and I don't feel bad about it because I at least gave it a shot. Most of the times that I think that people are fearful is that people will judge them, what will people think. And honestly, log kya kahenge is the most worst thing that you can do to yourself, thinking that, oh my god, log kya kahenge. When you start thinking about log kya kahenge instead of what do I actually want to do, what do I actually want to build, what do I actually want to learn, it life becomes much more easier. All right. I'm just checking if people are able to comment. If somebody can just drop me a comment and let me know that the comment section is working, that'd be great. Thank you. All right. back to the topic, the art of failing. I have failed at so many things. So for the love of God, I still can't draw or paint. I think I can paint decently, I still can't draw. It still is the most difficult thing for me to draw, and I failed at it multiple times. People have laughed at me, I have laughed at myself. Can't see any question. Okay, okay, weird. I have placed it here, but okay, I'm just gonna drop it anyway. So my question to today, question to everybody who's watching today is, what have you failed at recently? किस चीज़ में आप फेल हुए हो, किस चीज़ में आपने बुरा किया है? What have you failed at recently? And I'll also tell you my story, what have I failed at recently. Before that, we'll get to a point where I was saying that it is important that you should constantly fail at some things. That shows you that you're growing, that you're learning, that you are constantly trying to improve yourself, constantly better yourself from what you were yesterday. If you don't have that failure kind of thing, right, then you are rigid, then you have grown to a certain point and you're staying there. Imagine if you never you become that person who's extremely rigid and never wants to learn the next thing, never wants to learn the next step. That is honestly not somebody that can do bigger things in the world. The person who ends up doing huge things in the world is somebody who is constantly working on getting better, constantly failing at things. Like I think Albert Einstein and all these big humans that we talk about, that we read about, Elon Musk, all of these people, right? Do you think they just figured out things right like that? No, that's not how life works. How life works is, you figure out something, you fail at it multiple times. You know, have I think that's something that applies to me with chai and coffee. I have failed at making chai and coffee so many times that I finally had to just figure out how to do it. You will fail multiple times and then you'll get to it. The only thing is, you have to be open to it. You have to be open to failing at things. You have to be open to learning more things. You have to be open to telling yourself ki, hey, it's okay if I fail, it's okay if I mess up, and I'm a human being and it's okay to mess up. I'm like, legit, there is nobody perfect in this world. No one is perfect. Not even like you and me, not even me. Oh my god, I'm not perfect. But this whole idea of me being a perfectionist, I want to be a perfectionist, that's something that is put in our heads in school and college. Ki if you study, you have to have first rank, you have to be the best, you have to be the best. That's not how world works. What world works is, I've read this somewhere, people who are 90% less talented than you are still famous and making money because they put 100% effort in. They took the chance to fail in front of people. They took the chance to fail in front of themselves. I think when we fail, the most affected person in that whole failure is ourselves, because we feel like, oh my god, I am a XYZ, I'm a 28-year-old, how can I fail at dancing? Oh my god, I've learned Latin dancing for 1 year, how can I mess up that step? That's what happens a lot with me. That's what happens, like, you know, in when I'm working, right? I work in marketing, and when I'm working in marketing and if I mess up something, right, so I go into this like, oh my god, I have so much experience, I've studied marketing for so long, how can I mess up this thing? Which is something that happens with everyone. You are a human. It's okay to do mistakes, but it's also important, if you do a mistake, if you fail at something, you come back stronger, you learn from your mistakes and build better things. I think we spoke about this in the morning as well, where we spoke about some people come for a reason, some people come for a season. There is a reason why you fail at something. That is where you sit and improve at it. And if you don't, then your world, like your universe and your god, keeps teaching you that lesson over and over and over and over again, till you get to a point where it gets extremely annoying, then you have to learn that lesson. Please don't get to that point. Learn and improve. It's like building these, you know how inventors are. I'm very fascinated by inventors always, who do these, like, you know, random inventions and who come up with these amazing things. Where do you think inventors just figure out their products once? No, they have to work certain years, they have to work hard so many times. Have you seen like how designers make these design copies? They take so many trials. They have to do final 1.0, final 2.0. They work so much on one certain thing and they finally figure it out. That is how it is. They are open to fail. Most of the people that are famous or rich or big, or somebody's mentality you extremely like, you go and talk to them, they will be those people who love failing at things, who understand that, you know, you are not perfect and you're not supposed to be perfect. And this if you want to take away anything from this life, for everybody who's watching, you are not perfect. You are not supposed to be perfect. You are supposed to be imperfect. You are supposed to have failures. You are supposed to have scars which remind you of stuff. You know, you're not a perfect doll. You're not a Barbie doll. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to have messy hair some days. It's okay to not dress the perfect way. That is how you fail. That is how you understand, okay, I messed up. I need to do better things in the world. I need to learn more things, something, I need to do something new for the first time. That is how you learn, right? That is how you become this person who is open to learning. Otherwise we become this rigid person who knows, okay, who's happy with whatever they are, they're happy in their means. And that's all. Like, you know, all the people who are watching this live today, again the question is, what have you failed at recently? What have I failed at recently? So I've been doing these uh, I guess it's like, it's okay to fail, but nobody should strive to fail. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm not saying that you should strive to fail. You should strive to make 2025 your year, your um a year where you are thrive, like, you know, but be open to failing, be open to you know, you be open to just fail sometimes. You are not supposed to know everything. There are some of these lucky people which are extremely lucky, and I don't know where they come from. I'm not that person who just know everything. But there are also these people like me, like you, like other normal human beings who don't know what is happening. And you know, I think there's this new game that has come up, pickleball. Pickleball is something that is new, right? Nobody knows what pickleball was, and a lot of people learned. It was such a fun game. I've not played it yet, but it looks like a fun game. You are not supposed to know what pickleball is, but you are supposed to be open to learning, going and failing. You'll probably suck for the first 4 or 5 times, and you'll not be able to hit the shots properly. You'll mess up so many times, but you will learn. You'll be open to learning. You'll understand that, oh, I failed at this, now I need to figure out a strategy. That's how our brains work. Okay, most of us are extremely competitive, who want to win everything, including me. I do not come in a competition with me. I will become extremely competitive. I'm like Monica from Friends. It's like, I want to win. So it's okay to be this person who doesn't know stuff, and it's okay to be open. Like, you know, it's important that we become this person who's open to learning, who's open to seeing that, okay, chalo dekhte hain what happens. It doesn't have to be like perfect. It doesn't have to be it doesn't even have to bring you anything. It just has to bring you to a place where you are open to feeling like, okay, I messed up. So you might be this person, right? You know everything at your work, you know everything that is there at your job, you know everything. Your house is perfect, your life is perfect, but you need to put yourself in these situations where you fail sometimes, because that is where you learn that it's okay to fail. You know, if you mess up, you can fix it. I think especially when it comes to sport is something that teaches you so many new things. It teaches you to fail, it teaches you to lose, it teaches you to win, and how a person reacts. I am a big person on learning new sports, learning new activities, because I think it helps my brain a lot to stay active. It helps my body also a lot to stay active. But when I am somebody, right, who is extremely competitive and who hates losing, extremely hates losing. So when I hate losing and I go and lose in some like sports games, it makes me feel so bad, and it just makes me feel like very hurt. But at the same time, it teaches me that it's okay to fail sometimes, it's okay to lose sometimes. You are not perfect. You are not supposed to be better than everybody. Everybody is in their own journeys. They are all learning and growing and becoming their own person. thank god to our frontal lobe after 25, we try and develop our own personalities, we become our own people, we become our own human beings, we become into this person who's like who is quirky or who is happy or who knows a lot. So we become this person, we thrive to become a better person, we thrive to become our potential self. With time we learn, and as we learn we should be open to exploring, we should be open to being this person. I think I've met a lot of people who will always say ki, huh, that's how I have been since my childhood, I never go out and party, or I never read a book. I have met such people. I would request, don't be such people. Be open to reading a book and failing at a book, because you can't read 365 book 365 pages, because it's a huge book, it's so annoying to read sometimes. It's okay, fail at reading a book, fail at learning a sport, fail at going and partying sometimes, fail at whatever you want to do, fail at YouTube, fail at things. Be open to failing, because when you try certain things, it gives you this whole perspective of, oh, I can do more. Like, sometimes things just work out for you. What if you are one of those people who doesn't read at all, and you don't want to you want to change that, and you are failing at reading a book, like you've been trying to read a book since the last, so 1 year back you read no books because you're not a reader, and a year back you wanted to change that and you started reading books, and you came to a point where you're like, oh my god, I'm failing to read books, I've just read 2 books, I wanted to read so much more. So that experience of failing at reading a book will inspire you, will push you to reading more books this year. You'll have much more concentration, you'll love the whole process, and you'll be like, okay, you'll go in that competitive spirit of, okay, I'll not lose this time, I learned how to read a book, how to make myself entertained with a particular book. I don't have to read like self-help book, I'll read a storybook, etc., right? So being open to a perspective where you are like, you are failing and you're learning, it's so important. I think we teach that to children that are there around us ki, hey, it's okay if you lose a game, but we don't do it as well. Like, we are not those people, at least what I have seen, we it sucks to lose, it sucks to, like, feel failure, it sucks to not get that dream job, it sucks most of the time. But it is teaching you something, it is teaching you that, hey, it's okay. Then most of the days when I think like, oh my god, I have still not, I'm not 28-year-old, I've still not got my dream job, oh my god, I wanted this dream salary, I wanted this, I wanted that, I wanted this, I wanted that, and universe somehow keeps failing me sometimes, and I'm okay with it, because I keep telling myself it is going to get me to a level where I am much more confident with myself. Maybe my dream job is going to walk right in and I will not even know what is happening, and I'll just get it just like that. And it makes me super happy because there's like this positive spin to it, right? Ki it's okay if I fail at this thing, that means it's either teaching me something which I have to learn right now as an adult, or it is taking me to a place where I need to do better in life. That's all. And the more we do that, the more we learn to fail, the more we learn to kind of like cross all of these barriers and jump through it, and then we get to a place where you are so damn comfortable, so damn confident that nobody can break you. You have to get there, you have to get to a place where you are super comfortable with yourself, super confident about yourself. But for that you will need to fail sometimes. You will do you think that people who talk on Instagram, do you, like, especially also including me, who are able to talk on lives like this, is just happened? No, I had to fail so many times, I had to be embarrassed, people had to come and tell me, oh my god, what are you doing, why are you making videos? I had to go through those failures to come to a place where I was comfortable with it. I was like, okay, it's okay, I don't have to have like 1 million followers, I'm happy with 1000, I'm learning, I'm growing. And that's the part of, the art of failure is that you are open to growth. Because if you are ready to fail, if you are okay with failure, if you don't put that thing in your heart, oh my god, I can't fail, I'm like this XYZ, then that means that you're stopping yourself from this bigger growth that you're supposed to have. You are supposed to grow, you are supposed to become a better person, you deserve the world. And if you deserve the world, you have to get there with time, by taking the effort in. If you are ready to take that effort in, you have to be okay with it, you have to be okay with failure. So if there is any takeaway from this life today, the key pointer is be open to failure, because it leads to growth. And if you need growth, if you want to grow in your life, you need to be okay with failing a few times, you need to be okay with messing up a few times. Especially I think I need to talk about this. I have seen this with musicians a lot. People who play the guitar and ukulele, and other instrument, because I play the ukulele, I'm kind of going with ukulele. When people play these instruments, right, initially it is so hurtful, especially if you're learning a guitar. Those strings, they are made of something. What are they made of? And they hurt you, like they'll I've seen these people who are learning guitar, they have cuts on their hand. That is them failing, that is them not able to tune their guitar, not able to play the right chords at the right time. All of this is failure. They learn, they fail so many times, they get shouting from their teacher, they go and practice. That is how they learn to play a guitar. That is how I also learned to play the uke, because I constantly failed. I still fail. I don't think I'm still great at the ukulele, but I have the ukulele and I play it sometimes and I mess up so many times. I feel failed, I feel so bad, I feel so hurt that I fail sometimes. But then it leads me to this place where I'm like, okay, it's fine to fail. I need to learn it better. I need to just get better with it. Failure means it's the next step for your growth. It's the next step you need to take. It'll take you somewhere, it'll guide you to a right direction, guide you to the right place where you have to be. We don't need to be there, but you have to be there, because you know what, it is going to grow you in so many ways that you would never know. Like, if you want to be one of those people, if you want to be well known for your money, for your kindness, for being somebody who broke out of that curse of just like, X, Y, Z can only do this much. Darshini, she can only just like make 20,000 a day, or sorry, 20,000 in a month. She's just a girl. She just did her MBA. She's just a girl. She can just do this much. If you want to get out that mindset of she's just can do this much, you will have to grow. And for that growth, you will consistently have to be okay with failing. I have met so many people who got into sales initially, sales as like the job platform, and they failed so much. They used to feel so bad about themselves. But now, about 4 or 5 years down the line, I talk to them. They are these extremely cool people who speak like that because they worked so hard on learning the skill of communication, on learning how to do sales, on learning how to get better with like communication. They are so cool. I'm like, wow, dude, how did you get here? They and most of these people who are in sales or who have failed so many times, they'll always tell that, we were okay with failing, we were okay with being that person who fails multiple times, being that person who just messes up, and then we were also at the same time open to learn. So if you are one of those people who's failing multiple times but you're not open to learn, that's where there's a block. That's something that you need to change. But if you are one of those people who fails multiple times and still learns, that's how these scientists come up with all of these equations, right? They figure out how to kind of do everything. I've seen that on, what is that, Young Sheldon, and I've also seen that in Big Bang Theory. Yes, these two shows. Okay, I've watched too much sitcom. Anyway, so I've gotten to a stage where I don't consume content anymore. I want to make content, hence the lives and hence the YouTube and hence the Instagram. But anyway, all of these shows, when you see these shows, especially scientists trying to crack a code or something, they try multiple times, they fail multiple times, but they never give up. So if you are taking away anything from this, is be open to failure. But when you are open to failure, be also open to consistently change and work hard. The fear of failure should never make someone not take action. Wow, yes, that's correct. If your fear of failure is stopping you from doing the things that you actually want to do, whether it is Mount Everest base camp, or actually climbing Mount Everest, or going on these hikes, or going to the gym and weightlifting your desired whatever weight, like, this fear should not stop you from doing big things in the world. You are actually supposed to do big things. You deserve the world. If you deserve the world, you should, if you want to deserve the world, you should be open to failing multiple times and growing with it and building something for yourself. I hope that this is something that you take away from today's life, which is, be open to failure. Be open. The art of failing is you being reminded that you're constantly working on yourself. Be open to constantly working on yourself. Be open to fail. Be open to constantly working. Grow into this person and show me that you can do it. Show me that you can do better. Show me that you deserve the world. And when you show that to me or to your universe, the universe will conspire to give you everything that you dreamed of. Yes, that's all for today's live. I am Darshini. Thank you for watching today's live. Please, if I've added any value in your life, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Darshini. If you can also go and subscribe to my Instagram, which is Tap for Dash. It'll be really nice. Please, please, please subscribe. We have to get to 1,000 followers by the end of February. Thank you so much for watching today's live. Thank you for being a part of this. Be ready to fail and constantly work on yourself. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.